Anthem TV, a free streaming digital community. With a click of a mouse or a tap on your phone, you have instant access to free TV shows, movies on demand, music, pay-per-view events, and so much more. Download Anthem TV on your smartphone, smart TV, or any streaming device and enjoy instant access. Subscribe and download Anthem TV today.
From the Texas Cheer Liquor Studios, it's In the Building with Mike Taylor and Rudy J.
You ever stumbled upon like a company or a band, a celebrity, something that you liked, or maybe you something that used to be a huge part of our world,
Mm-hmm.
and then you see it and you're like, that's still around? They still have that?
Oh, yes,
That happens all the time.
sure.
So I saw this morning where Hooters has filed for bankruptcy.
Now, that don't mean they're gone, though, right? It
Well,
just means they can't pay their
They're going to
bills.
close a bunch of them, and then they're going to re-Hooterize, according to the CEO. We're going to re-Hooterize.
Yeah,
They are going to come back as a more family-friendly, less tits and ass kind of place.
it's a revamp. Every now and then you need a revamp. And I mean, you got Twin Peaks, what is it, Bombers or Boomers, or you got a lot of these places now that, the women dress ojos locos, scantily clad.
Yeah.
And at some point, maybe, that kind of wears off. And not only that, when Hooters was booming, it wasn't 1,000 wing spots.
Mhm.
So now the other wing places have caught up, and you don't have to be in there with the kids with naked women. So I get the revamp.
America has turned its back on. Well, a big part of America has turned its back on Hooters.
Well, men
forgot they
still
were
go.
around. Wait, okay. When is the last time you were in a Hooters?
3 years,
Seriously?
2-3 years.
Wow. But you don't go every year.
Well, see, it's more nostalgic for me because that was mine and my wife's first date.
I think you've told me this story. I
Yeah,
must have
and our
forgotten.
first date,
Yeah.
and I'm, it's embarrassing, but
Hooters.
it's
How
embarrassing.
romantic.
It's embarrassing because look, I was at a call center then,
Yeah.
and
yeah.
I only had money
yeah.
every 2 weeks.
Mhm.
So our first date, my wife paid.
I've heard this too.
So we
She must
used
have
to,
liked you.
we rotated. So she would pay one Friday, I would pay the next.
Okay.
Nowadays, you try that with these chicks, them pay on the first date, your ass is getting kicked to the curb.
Well, then they should be kicked to the curb.
Yeah, so Hooters has a special place in my heart,
All right. Well, I
but
don't wanna
but
offend
I'm not mad at. I'm not. We don't go anymore. I'm not mad to see it go. I ain't hurt to see it go
Well,
away.
Here's the thing: when they do come back and try to be more family friendly, they're going to have the waitresses dress less scantily.
Okay.
What my question is, are they going to redo their food too? Because it sucks.
It fell off when I was first going. It was awesome, and
It
then it
sucked.
gradually
Yeah.
got shitty.
The last time I was in a Hooters was probably 2009. Or
Oh
10.
damn! So you're going on
15.
15, 16
And
years.
even then, I thought these wings suck.
Yeah, the sauce changed,
Yeah.
the wings
Because
changed.
by then we had Buffalo Wild Wings, and we had what's the green one? They got the green
Wingstop.
Wingstop. Wings were taken off as a big deal.
Right.
And Hooters was one of the first public TNA restaurants that wasn't a titty bar, that came up with a good concept in the mid 80s and early 90s.
Great
And
concept.
it became a big 90s thing, but it's something that I totally forgot even existed.
Oh,
Until
really?
I read this morning they're going bankrupt. No shit.
Yeah,
like
I saw that.
Kmart.
Yeah, I saw they're going bankrupt. But I was like, I've seen it, man. A lot of places. I've seen a bunch of Dollar Generals. There's the Party Cities. A lot of places are just going away.
That stuff you just order on Amazon and Prime. You
Freaking
don't
Jeff
eat all that.
Bezos. Jeff Bezos. Walmart ruined Toys R Us
Mhm.
and the toy stores.
Yep.
Though all of those went away once Walmart started.
Kill Kmart.
Killed Kmart, killed all of that.
Mhm.
So this isn't, out the norm. But yeah, you're right, Mike. I think Amazon. I told my wife, I was like, do you want me to just start driving Amazon so they don't have to come to our house every day? Because every day I hear, I'm like, what the hell? Who's selling something? And I don't answer the door when people sell stuff because I don't like being mean.
Yeah.
So I just wait until they go away. Then I look out there and there's another damn Amazon package. I'm like, are we rich and I don't know? Because I get an Amazon package at my door every day and it ain't me.
Yeah.
I don't even have an Amazon account. My wife does. I
I
don't.
love
Do
it.
you?
Yeah, but we don't, and I don't ever order. That's the cool
But some of the shit is cool.
Here's why I love it. I don't ever have to be. I rarely use Amazon. I send my kids stuff, but when
Oh,
stuff that
okay,
comes
yeah.
to our place, Nina does all that, and it's always essentials.
Do you have a
Toilet-
locker?
toilet
Y'all have a
paper.
locker too? One of the, at
A
the
locker?
you never seen the Amazon
Oh
lockers?
yeah, we've got that. We've got the locker in our apartment complex.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
got you.
Yeah, we'll get the parcel, and you got to type in the code.
Yeah.
and the
Yeah.
deal opens, and you take your box out. And we also have stuff that gets sent to the door all the time, but it's toilet paper, fabric softener, Bounty towels, this kind of stuff.
You don't go to HEB for that stuff?
No, not really. We order it, man. Especially when it's just the two of us, because we have. It's funny because like
Damn.
we're half the month it's just the two of us, and then the other half of the month we've got Nina's son, and then there for a couple of years there was both of her sons.
Right, I remember.
And so when the oldest was back in town last week for 10 days. They had spring break at NYU, and man, all the friends were over there. We're like the Foremans on the 70s show, right? But it's not. So anyway, case in point, we don't have little kids though.
Okay, I got you.
I need to run up to HEB for chicken nuggets and all that kind of thing.
I got 4 women in my house. We
You
need
do.
toilet paper all the
Yeah,
time.
all the time.
All the time.
Yes, sir. Yeah. No, we do stock up on that, but she uses Prime. Prime has killed a lot of 90s and 80s businesses, but honestly, most of it's for good. Most of it's for good.
And so yeah, I mean, you can't beat some of the stuff on Amazon.
And
You can't
Hooters
beat it.
sucks.
I was shocked to find out how much toilet paper women use. Shocked.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
crazy,
they go
especially
through a
when
lot.
there's 4.
Oh
Mhm.
my god. it's
Well, they have to
crazy.
wipe every time.
That's nuts. I didn't
Every
know
time
that.
they go potty, they
What do you
gotta
mean you
get
didn't
the-
know? You didn't know women
Oh, here
wiped
we go,
every
this
time?
guy.
Every
Oh,
time? I didn't know.
So you thought they just got up and air dried?
I guess, yeah.
they just shook their ass,
We don't wipe.
let the dribble get off of them.
I dab dry.
Wait a time, I dab.
I dab dry. I don't
Absolutely.
want pee stains
I
in my
dab.
drawers. I dab
do too.
dry, bro.
Pee
It's not a lot, but I dab
I
dry. You
wanna
don't
be like-
dab dry?
Yeah,
No, never once in my
dude,
life.
I
come
bet,
on.
man.
Never once
Do
in
you
my
do
life.
your own laundry?
Yes.
Okay, because I don't want your lady seeing your pee stains because you don't dab.
Careful with that. Yeah, you have to be very careful. I'm assuming not dabbing, you're in danger of having that Tony Romo spot that he had on his pants on national
yeah.
television a couple of years ago. Remember when Tony
Yeah.
Romo had a pee spot?
Yeah.
Like, dude, you got to dab that shit, bro.
You got to dab that, bro.
You guys know I'm a gambler. I like to roll in the dice every time I go to pee.
But here's the other thing. Rudy may get up and walk out. He has not told the most shocking thing
Oh,
about
yeah.
his penis.
Oh, I do too. We've had this conversation when
You
they
have
when you
do
first
too.
did-
You do
in the
too.
if on the random night where I have to pee in the middle of the night, I pee sitting down.
Come on.
Unbelievable.
So I don't have to
Come
so I don't have to turn on the lights.
Come on.
Rudy.
In the middle of the night, if it's 3 in the
Yeah, but
morning,
man, he does it every time.
every time. I did it
Oh
once.
no. Only
I'm gonna
in the
give
daytime. In the daytime, I'm standing up. 3, 4 in the morning, so I don't turn on the lights and disturb anybody's peace and get the toilet all screwed up. I pee sitting down.
I'm going to give you a pass on that because it's middle of the night and it's dark and you have a 6-year-old. You don't want
Yeah.
to wake up. I'm going to give you a pass. His ass pees sitting down every time.
That's weird.
every time.
No, not when he's at a bar.
Now, bullcrap. Do you pee? You pee
Well,
sitting down up
it,
here?
it depends on the dirtiness of the bar. Nah, at bars, I'm a savage. You could just, helicopter spin in the.
Oh my
in
God.
there, it doesn't matter. Who cares?
Yeah.
Every time is diabolical.
Unbelievable.
But yeah, no, every time at
So if you're at home all weekend,
Unreal.
of course,
you
yeah.
piss sitting down every time.
Yeah, does that lead to hemorrhoids in my ass? Yeah, of course.
No, that's weird,
okay.
bro.
Time out. Wait, that does not lead to hemorrhoids. Don't give false information. But do you have hemorrhoids?
Sometimes,
Jose, you're only like 27, dude. Are you straining too much?
I don't know.
Are you not eating enough fiber?
I think I'd like.
I
To
think
so.
Latinos have hemorrhoids. I think it's a genetic thing.
Really?
Damn,
I've never had a
fucked.
hemorrhoid. I'm only 33% though.
I've never had
No,
one.
that's enough. Y'all, this misinformation will not stick.
I don't know.
Rudy says Mexicanos are more susceptible to hemorrhoids.
I don't know. Is that true?
They're all full of red blood and machismo.
I don't
and
know.
They have bad bowel movements or what?
I don't know.
Almighty.
Because I've known a few dudes that are like, yeah, man, I have them. A few guys I play golf with. So I just thought
That's
it was a
awful.
Latino thing.
What causes that?
I don't know. Look, Adrian Robles says no, Rudy. Well, okay,
No,
Adrian, you don't.
It's not a Latino thing. You just live in a city that's 75%.
Yeah, you're
Latino,
right.
So the guys you hang out with are predominantly Mexicano.
Yeah, so I'm like, oh, they all got
And so
them.
they happen. Yeah, that's not all of us. That's not everybody. Golly.
I think Latinos also have genetically bigger calves. I've seen a lot of Latinos with huge calves.
Wow.
Why do Latino people have
So
big
my
calves?
all-time best friend in the world,
Okay,
Rudy Gonzalez.
great calves, I bet.
They're the size of cantaloupes.
I saw. See, see what I'm saying? My wives are
That's 'cause
crazy.
we work outside all
Yeah,
day. About we work. We
my
stand
brother,
up when
my
we're
brother-in-law Lewis, his calves are crazy.
manual labor.
I'm like, what the hell is it? I don't know what
Yeah,
it
I guess
is.
it's all the manual
But
labor.
my Latino men, 90% of our listeners are Latino. Y'all got how are y'all's calves?
I bet they're nice and thick.
Let me see yours,
They're
Jose.
huge.
Oh well, you're
He's
Venezuelan.
Venezuelan.
Yeah, no, and I haven't worked a hard day in my life.
So I think what happened is maybe like Mexicanos, because they spent 200 years like working in fields and stuff, they just like evolved.
Kind of like us. Like
Their
we have the
calves
slave
evolved.
genetics. That's why we became better athletes.
Okay, you said that.
I said that.
Okay,
I think
Rudy-
the
Rudy
slave.
J
I think
said-
the
didn't
slave.
say
I
that.
think the slave genes did pay their dividends in that. Just in that sector.
What you just said got Jimmy the Greek fired from CBS.
Sorry, Jimmy.
You
You ain't
remember
black.
Jimmy the Greek?
Yeah, Jimmy. the
Yeah.
Jimmy's
got-
not black.
You got shit canned for saying.
Yeah.
You agree with
When you're doing all that labor and it just gets passed down through.
500 years of
Yeah.
slavery. Yeah.
I mean, you gonna develop some damn freakish athletes, plowing fields a bit. Like, come on, it's just
Yeah, sure.
that's the only thing it benefited. They didn't let us read.
That's why
You know what I mean? Like,
they
but
didn't let us read.
they ain't let us learn
so
how
we
to
learned
read.
how to jump.
Yeah, we learned how to jump, and we had muscles coming out of our ass because of it.
Oh my God. This thing took a turn in a hurry. Welcome to Final
Jim, what did
Four
Jimmy
Week.
the Greek say? I forgot.
He said that the reason why I don't want this to come back to haunt me.
Where's your mic?
The reason why more African Americans
Yeah.
are in athletics
This
is
is
because
yeah,
because of slavery and they're genetically
I-
predispositioned.
yeah.
And CBS shit canned him the next day. He was gone. And
Did he
was
ever get
never
another?
No, he was ostracized, blackballed,
That's
kicked out of the
unfortunate.
nest. Yeah. And this was way back. This was like 1988, 87.
I bet all
When
black.
racism was still okay.
And I know, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because I'm sure black people were like, "Yeah, Jimmy's right."
Maybe, but the CBS wasn't having that shit. He got fired. Welcome to In the Building.
Yeah, welcome.
It is show number 296.
Hooters, peeing sitting down, and
Yeah,
slave
man.
genetics.
Yeah, and F you Hooters.
I got a
Um,
buddy, Daryl. He's 6'3". I tell him all the time because he
Yeah.
eats like crap, but he's ripped. I'm like, bro, you have some of the best slave genes I've ever seen. He's like my best friend. He was one of my best friends in my wedding.
All right.
I tell him all the time, you got the
Okay.
greatest slave genes ever.
All right. Because I'm a humanist. I like observing people.
Yeah.
I could have been like an anthropologist in college. I should have studied anthropology. I just love the human condition.
Yeah,
I love
yeah, yeah.
people. And I've often wanted to be like a fly on the wall with just like black dudes talking just amongst yourselves.
Just to hear how we think and how we operate.
Yes, I would love to just like put spy
sit
cam
there.
on you, and yeah, but only when you're around other black dudes. And
You'd be
study
surprised.
the culture. And so, like, have you talked about having slave genes for real to other dudes?
Oh gosh, yeah.
It's a
to
thing?
my buddy Daryl. My buddy Daryl's
No shit.
his
I'll be damned.
his descendants were definitely the Mandingos.
That's fair.
Definitely.
Well, we're predispositioned to diabetes. That's for sure.
Who?
I mean, Latinos.
Oh, blacks
Yeah,
too.
yeah. And y'all get you got lupus is
Lupus
as you
is
know,
obviously.
yeah,
Lupus,
lupus is in
heart disease.
There's another one I can't think of what it is, but yeah, there's certain races are predispositioned to certain illnesses,
Oh yeah.
diseases, and so like it stands to reason that just because of evolution and genetics, that maybe some people are more predispositioned to other physical traits versus others.
And
Yeah.
you know, some black people may not like this, but again, I'm talking to me too. But
Yeah,
after you have all the information, then it's a choice. Like we have all the information, like, yes, soul food is great. We love the taste, but it's awful for you. Now we have back then we didn't have this information. So I got it. Like, okay, well, you didn't know
right.
that chitlins and hog maws and all this shit was gonna kill you one day. We know that now. So now we still Rudy Johnson.
Yeah.
If we still choose to eat it, now it's a choice. Not like, oh, it's just genetics. So you gotta make better choices. And again, I'm talking to me too.
Sure.
Right.
And look, you can and by the way, like soul food, and it traces also back to 16, 17, 1800s.
They got the scraps and they made the best of it.
Got the scraps. That's why birria tacos are huge now with these millennial kids that think it's a
Mhm.
delicatessen. Shit, that was just poor boy food.
Right.
You know why menudo took off? Because poor people had to eat everything.
Exactly. And they made
rich Mexicans were not eating menudo.
and they seasoned that shit up and it turned out great.
Yeah, and we've evolved and we eat shit that was not good for us because our ancestors did, or
Right.
our people before us did, especially those of us, and I can link myself into that come from very, very povertized, poor ass people.
Absolutely.
Welcome to In the Building.
Nobody chose to eat pig guts.
296.
It's just like, yo, they took the ass.
It's what was
They
left.
took the shoulder.
Mhm.
They left us the guts. Let's season this
Wow,
shit up,
that's
clean
correct.
them, and
Yeah.
let's go at it. That's why
Welcome.
chitlins get cleaned outside. You ever seen people killing chitlins? You got to clean chitlins outside, Jose.
That's right.
I don't even know what that means. I don't know what
It's
that
pig
is.
guts.
So I've been called racist before because Mexicanos
Why?
will ask me, "Do you still eat menudo?" No, I haven't had menudo since I was 18 years
I
old.
don't eat either.
Why
I don't
not?
eat either.
Why don't you eat menudo, Taylor? And my answer is because I went to college.
That's
They
fucked
get
up.
pissed off.
That's fucked
My
up.
uncle goes, "And that's bullshit, man. You have to go back to San Antonio."
He wasn't having that.
No.
He wasn't having that
All
shit.
right, welcome in. It is Tuesday for those that watch this thing live from the Pub Sports Radio Studios in Southtown at the Texas Chair Studios. It is in the building. You can participate in this show by getting into the Super Chat and tipping us that way. We may have lost all tips today with our racism. That's okay.
That's okay.
We're doing an anthropological observation.
We're not
being
pizzas. We
racist.
can have a conversation without being offended.
We're not being racist. We're discussing anthropology.
Right.
In systemic, socio. It comes down to being poor, a lot of it.
And has anything we said not true?
Well, I mean, a lot of it, I think it all traces to not having money.
Right.
Yeah,
I
a
do
lot of this
too.
stuff.
I agree.
Yeah, a lot of this stuff. And it just morphed into a lot of other things.
Right.
Welcome. The audio disseminator is a man who pees sitting down. It is Jose Bouquet. You can tip us if you'd like to in the Super Chat. You can buy us a coffee or 10 if you want to with the Buy Me a Coffee link. You can subscribe to our channel on YouTube at Love You Hard TV for absolutely free. You can also become a member and get all of our exclusive members-only material for just $6 a month at Love You Hard TV. You can listen to us as part of the Believe Network. You can watch us not only on our channel, but on the Anthem TV app. The new lineup at Anthem premieres this week.
What's up, Anthem? What's up, Nathaniel?
Starting at 4 p.m. every day this week, their new lineup they're rolling out includes Halo 2, Indiana Jones, Raiders of the Lost Ark, The Batman, Inception, and more. Anthem TV, I've watched it a lot lately.
Yeah, me
because
too.
we're on it. And he has a lot of really kick-ass movies on there. He's able to get, they are able to get their hands on a lot of badass movies.
Yeah.
And this Anthem TV is coming up, which is
Yeah, he called me Friday night. I was at
Get
work
up with him.
And he was like, "Hey, check Anthem TV." I
Yes,
go
sir.
on there,
Mhm.
and the Joker's playing.
Yeah, the newer one.
The
Yeah,
new
he
one,
gets
the
access
good
to
one,
even
not number
new-
2. Right.
He gets access to new movies.
Yeah.
Very cool. So thank you, Anthem TV. Who's calling me while I'm on the show? Doing a fucking show, asshole. There you go.
That was somebody who's looking just to see if you needed an extra car warranty.
Jesus. Imagine picking that phone up.
Yes, I am Todd. I am calling to see if you need medication. No, Todd, I don't need medication. My dick works great. Thanks. All right. Jose,
This-
how about some production value? We haven't had any production value in a few days.
Yeah, man. What we doing?
How about you got a little football music in there? We're gonna do some NFL quick kicks here as we get rolling.
Since the NFL can't back the hell off for Final Four,
Exactly, I know. Final 4 week. Here's
and
some
we're
new
forced to
rules.
talk about it because our people want it because we're freaking crackheads
Well, I
when
like
it comes
too,
to I like it too.
but
I said we.
But I recognize how assholey the NFL is.
They are assholes.
They drop major news all the time during other sports big weeks.
Right.
It's bull, but they do it, and it is what it is. All right. The NFL has a couple of big announcements here. The first one they announced last night was that the flex window is changing.
Mm-hmm.
So we're talking about speaking of Prime, they also deliver you football.
That's right. Damn, that's right.
The Thursday
And
night.
they'll have basketball next season.
The Thursday night Prime game. People got so pissed off over the shitty matchups last year. Even Al Michaels was being silly about it.
Bezos. I'm like, yo, I'm giving y'all a couple billion for the Browns versus the Bears.
Right.
No.
Right? And so we are shortening the flex window. It's been 28 days in the past. Now it's 21. They're just trying to get better teams on Thursday night.
I don't blame them. And they owe anybody that spends the money you have to spend to get the rights to the NFL deserves a few good games. Now, some are just going to be duds. It just happens. Now Sunday night, you're not going to get many duds. But Thursday night, Monday night football, Monday night didn't really change until Troy and Joe got over there. Troy and Joe like, yeah, we'll come and we want the bag, but we also want some decent games because Monday night football was struggling hugely before Troy and Joe got over there.
Aikman
Now
was
that's changed.
openly bitch
Yeah.
on Fox about why are we in Cincinnati? I mean, I could be in Green Bay at the Packers and
Right.
Bears game, but I'm at the Bengals and the Browns. Okay, sure.
Right.
All right, we have a big rule change from the school of duh and no shit.
You agree with this?
Absolutely.
Okay, give it to him.
We are reducing overtime to 10 minutes.
I'm good with that.
And we're going to allow both offenses to have the ball.
No
at
matter
least once.
touchdown or because with the field goal, the other team would get it. But now, even if you score a touchdown, the other team gets it.
Right.
I don't know, Mike.
We're scrapping this bull
Get a
crap
stop.
there. See, you sound old school guy.
I am.
Hey,
in some senses,
Defense
I
is
am.
part of football.
I am
Get
old school.
stopped.
In some things, Mike, I am. Can I just be in my rocking chair once in a while?
Yeah, I let you, but I'm not going to agree all the time. I would agree with you if it was just as easy to play defense as it is to play
No,
offense.
defense has got more difficult with all the rules. for sure.
Way more difficult. And you get to overtime, I'm throwing bombs the whole time. There's a 50% chance I'm gonna get a pass interference.
Or
call.
if you're playing Josh Allen or Patrick Mahomes or
Sure,
Lamar
there's
Jackson
nothing you can do.
or Jalen Hurts, yeah, nothing you could do.
Both offenses have got to be able to match each other.
But I do like the 10 minutes.
Tutties
I
are
like
tutties.
I like taking 5 minutes off.
All
But
right.
I think we may see more ties now.
So you agree in principle. You see my point though.
Yes.
I get the whole, hey man, defense is part of football, but all the NFL ever does is make it more difficult to play defense. And here's the other part. The team that gets the ball first, we decided on a human flipping a coin.
Yeah, I know.
We
That
have
sucks.
a better chance doing our horse race we did yesterday on this show to determine who gets the ball.
Right.
We flip a coin, a $20 billion industry
Flipping a
in
coin
a
to see.
playoff game.
Right.
We're going to flip a coin to see who gets the ball first. It's absolute bullshit.
I agree
That's
with
the
that.
next rule we need. Like, we need to figure out a better way to see who gets the ball first. Well,
What-
this is the way. Give
what-
both teams the ball.
Give both teams the ball.
Give both teams a chance to get a
I
touch.
mean, it's sort of like college, but they're not starting on the 25.
And the cool part is now, like if we go to overtime and they flip the coin, now that you know you're going to get the ball first,
Choose
it
defense.
might be better to choose D first.
Yeah,
Because then I can stop them and get a field goal. I know what I need. You know what I mean?
for sure.
All right. Here's two owners worse than Jerry Jones.
I think I can guess the two.
And this is not a praise for Jerry Jones. It's a point to how many dumbass owners we have in the NFL.
Okay.
One of them is the Jets owner, Woody Johnson. Great name, terrible owner. Upset and mad that the annual NFLPA's player rankings, organizational rankings that we talked about last month,
Mm-hmm.
the Jets got an F, remember, for how they treat people,
And Woody's pissed about
how
it.
they treat families, facilities, medical care, all that. Every year in the offseason, the union surveys all the players in the league anonymously to judge your own team.
Right.
What do you think about y'all's facilities, y'all's medical care,
Your vending machines,
families,
all that.
how they treat your wife, this kind of thing? And the Jets got a big old giant F. Woody Johnson came out today and said that it's a bogus report. It's cheating. They're cheating. Everyone knows they're cheating. Everyone knows this is
It's
fraud.
bull crap.
Yeah, he says that that's not true. His players don't believe that. Bitch, they're the ones that voted.
I know. So I don't know what he's talking. He's like, this is
Woody's
made
upset.
up.
Yeah, it's
How's it
cheating.
made up when your people that you pay said it?
That's the world we live in. You don't like the results of your people?
Say they cheated.
Tell them they cheated.
Almost
Called it totally bogus. I would much rather, again, I'm picking between 118 degrees and 122 degrees here.
You'd still rather have
I
Jerry
had
than
to
Woody?
Pick under the head. Give me the Jones clan. Woody Johnson is terrible. At least Jerry has a GM in Will McClay.
Well,
that
scout
drafts well.
talent scout.
Sure, but at least they have the ability to draft decent players. The
Mhm.
Jets have their head up their ass in all facets.
Right.
And it starts at the top with Woody Johnson. And then there's Jimmy Haslam.
Yeah, I thought I was going to say the Giants and Haslam. I
Yeah.
didn't see the list. I just wanted to come in here blind so it's more fun to me that
At
way.
what
I would have
point-
said the Giants and Haslam.
At what point does the NFL get tired of the Browns being a tire fire and step in?
Oh no.
They're never going to be anything better than 4-13. They're never going to do it. Jimmy Haslam called himself out, though, last night, I guess to his credit. Says when it comes to the Deshaun Watson trade, Rudy, it was a big swing and a miss. That's a quote,
And he's still on the team.
which means he'll never play again, which I said that last
But he did restructure for them. That part of it is like, okay, so basically what you're telling me is, and this is why I feel like you're right, Mike, or this list is right that he's at the bottom.
Yeah.
You would rather keep a guy on your team because you don't want to pay the dead money, even though you know it didn't work. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, just release him.
Like, no, they won't because it's like, no,
Because it's going to be
because yeah. So that's what you're
Yeah.
telling us. Like, yeah, I'm keeping him on my team, but yeah, we swung and we missed.
They
And then if
owe-
I'm Deshaun, if you're Deshaun, and you have any pride left in your body,
retired, dude.
retire or either come back with your hair on fire and play your ass off.
I don't think he can anymore. He's been out of the league too long, and he's had 2 Achilles now. 2.
Yeah, swing and a miss.
They owe him $92 million over the next 2 years.
Yeah, I'd make him stay on the team too.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jimmy, I'll take that one back.
Not good. And you know what? I defended them when they traded for him. Because a lot of people were like, you can't trade for him. He's a pervert. Well, he ain't messing with my daughter. I'm trying to find an elite quarterback here.
I thought they gave up way too much, but I know because of what he had done in Houston. When you're good, like if he sucked, he'd be out of the league. But considering what he had done in Houston, he was going to get another
I
gig. But
thought
they
he'd
just
get
gave up
back.
way too much. And then they did this 256 fully guaranteed, and it just screwed the market. So they screwed the market for a guy that didn't work out.
I thought he'd be great again,
I did too.
man. And all I needed to see out of him was the Dallas game at the beginning of last season.
Mm,
He was non-competitive against the Cowboys.
it was awful. It was tough to watch.
It was tough. It was like we're running the UTSA quarterback out there in the NFL,
Mhm.
and it was sad. And it's like, dude, there's only 32 of these jobs. In the Cleveland Browns, y'all have gone through an entire offseason, an entire training camp, an entire preseason, and you still roll that out there, man.
Mm.
They don't know what they're doing. It is a tire fire. Give me the Joneses
Give me the Joneses over Haslam
over the
too.
Haslams. There's NFL Quick Kicks for the day. It is in the building. Everyone love you hard TV. Thank you. Brought to you in part by Texas Cheer Liquor.
What up?
The official, thank you, Jose, the official liquor store up in the building. 7 locations all over this fine town we live in and around San Antonio. 6 in San Antonio proper. Then you've got the one up in Barney. And what do they all have in common? They all, well, did you have that thing I made yesterday, Jose? Perchance? I'll just
Well,
let.
while he finds that, I'll
Yes,
let
sir.
you know about this April raffle.
All right.
Whistle Pig bourbon, really, really good bourbon.
Excellent.
All for the month of April. Every bottle of Whistle Pig that you purchase, your name will go into a hopper.
Oh, hell.
Every bottle. So if you purchase 20 bottles of Whistle Pig in April, you get 20 entries. And at the end of April, we'll throw all of those names in the hat that have purchased Whistle Pig, and we're going to give away a Traeger, which is a really cool grill. I know some of you purists, like, oh, use no microwave, blah, blah, blah. But then you have people like me. You have millions of people like me that aren't good at grilling. They just like to set it and forget it. I have a Traeger. Love my Traeger. Haven't used it in a while. But so if you want to win an opportunity to win a Traeger, go to one of 7 Texas Cheer Liquors, purchase you a bottle of Whistle Pig, get your name in the hopper, and at the end of April, maybe you win a Traeger. I mean, if you hate it, give it to a friend, sell it, whatever. But go out to Texas Cheer Liquor and purchase you a bottle of Whistle Pig.
Whistle Pig. Hold that till tomorrow, Jose. That was way more informative. That was a better commercial.
I was just trying to let him find it.
Nah, to hell with that. We'll do it tomorrow. I didn't realize that Whistle Pig was on sale.
Yeah, and it's all $10 cheaper. He lowered the price on it.
Right. Interesting.
Yeah.
I sold a lot of that too.
Yeah,
I've never actually had Whistle Pig.
it's good.
All right.
It's really good.
I'm gonna go get me some Texas Cheer Liquor. They're the ones that have it. All right. Last night. So we're sitting there and Nina falls asleep.
Last night. This is last night.
Yeah. Last
Okay,
night.
I'm listening.
Probably 7:30, 8. My daughter was over hanging out, and Nina was taking a nap. So I made my daughter watch.
Shut up. Go ahead.
So here's what I watched last night:
What'd you watch?
women's basketball.
Good for you.
I gave it a shot.
What'd you watch? UT?
I watched TCU.
Oh,
I mean, my loyalty is just, I'm a Longhorn supporter, but I'm a Horned Frog by birth. And sat there and watched all of that until early in the fourth quarter when it became apparent that Texas was going to win. The Lady Horns are in the Final Four. First time in 20-something years. Shout out to the Longhorns, the Lady Longhorns.
hook 'em.
Shout out to them. Watched 2 hours of girl ball last night.
And what'd you think?
Ain't watching again for a long time.
Did you see,
It's not any
man?
good. I'm sorry.
Mike.
Not sorry. It ain't good.
Okay, did you
It's
watch any of
not
Paige at
good.
UConn USC?
Did
That's
not watch that. I'm upset.
she had 31.
That's fine. Well, I'll watch a little. I'll watch. So because one of my twins loves Paige Becker. Becker.
However.
I'm gonna watch UConn
In the Final Four.
in the Final Four, but I wanted to see if my Frogs could get to the Final Four.
They
Although
did.
it's a cheap run. TCU's basketball team, women's team, they're mediocre.
Yeah.
We went out. I don't know where the hell they got the money, but they brought in 2 elite chicks this year off the scrap heap
From
in
LSU,
the
the kid, the
portal.
little girl from LSU.
Van Lith.
Yeah, I like
And
her.
then they had another kid, Sedona Price, who's been on like 7 teams, been accused by all of her girlfriends of sexual harassment and abuse. Oh, yeah. Go look up Sedona Price of TCU. The Christian don't apply to her in TCU.
Just win, baby.
She's 6'7", too, man.
Hey,
And we got crushed by Texas. They
what
were
about
way
it don't
better,
you
way
like?
better. Huh?
What about it? What about it is not intriguing to you?
No athleticism.
That bothers you?
It bothers
What
me.
about fundamentals?
Don't give a shit about that. I wanted to watch. And by the way, the fundamentals are overrated. They have to be fundamental. When you can't jump and you got a big butt and you're 5'6", you better be fundamental.
Yeah, for sure.
Can't rely on athleticism. Everybody ain't Brittany Griner out there. Everybody ain't. I'm gonna get trouble, but I don't give a shit.
No, yeah, no, you ain't gonna get in trouble.
Everybody, if everybody was Cheryl Swoops, it'd be good.
If everybody was Juju or Paige or
Yeah.
whoever,
I will say that the women's game's getting better. I think
they are better. They're a
If you go
little more
back-
athletic.
If you go back and watch like Louisiana Tech in like 1990,
Oh yeah, those girls could. They were.
you'd be asleep. within
Yeah,
5 minutes.
those girls are a little different.
It's terrible. So it's gotten better, but it's not. And I watched 2 hours. Okay, do I get some credit?
Yes,
Yeah,
you
and
watched 2 hours more than I did.
it was a good game. It just not highly entertaining basketball.
Mm.
Judson would beat TC.
No,
Judson boys. I bet you $100,000. I think who's going to win?
hold on, time.
Who won state in 6A in Texas this year?
The
In
men?
boys. Yeah,
I want to say it was probably Duncanville.
I think it's Duncanville too.
Either Duncanville or the team from Houston.
Duncanville would
the team
smoke
that beat
you.
my Brennan Bears in Houston. It was them and Duncanville.
Duncanville smokes UConn. Smokes them.
So UConn
Runs
women.
them off the floor. by
No, ain't
40.
no chance.
The athleticism is super.
Who won, Jose?
I'm scrolling. Duncanville.
Yeah, Duncan. Who they beat?
The Houston team.
Okay.
Houston.
there-
So Duncanville beats you. Duncanville beats whoever wins the national title this year.
yes, by double digits. There's nothing wrong with admitting that, by the way. It doesn't make me an asshole. I mean, I believe in equality, but not unreality.
No. I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Damn. Does
Still have to be realistic.
Duncanville beat UConn?
Of course they do. Come on, dude. Duncanville's got 4 Division I players on their
They do.
roster.
5.
They smoke UConn. All right. But I wanted to get into something different. I didn't mean to Taylor hates all the women. Well, okay, sure. Do you know what the most successful college athletic program currently is in America?
I'm gonna say
Overall,
just college sports,
yes.
men, women.
What's the overall most successful college athletic program in America?
It's somebody from the SEC.
Correct.
Damn,
LSU gymnastics.
I don't know.
No, we're talking about overall
I don't
most
know.
successful athletic department by a mile. It's UT.
Now, what are the
It's
metrics?
Texas.
What are the metrics?
All right, took this out of the Houston Chronicle today.
Okay, what's the metrics?
So on the heels of the Lady Longhorns advancing to the Final Four, all right,
hmm
Texas won the national championship in men's swimming and diving also this week.
Damn.
Head coach Bob Bowman brings a natty to Austin in his first season as Eddie Reese's replacement after Bowman won it all at Arizona State just last year. Talk about sustained excellence. Backstroker Hubert Koss, who came with Bowman from Arizona State, won 3 individual events and is just a sophomore. It was Texas's 16th swimming championship in program history, including the second title within the last 5 years. And get this, the Longhorns have won 12 national championships in 7 different sports in the past 5 years. Let me repeat that. The University of
I'm
Texas
listening.
has won 12 national championships in 7 different sports in the last 5 years. They've won volleyball too.
I remember the volleyball.
Mhm. They've also won at least 1 national crown for the past 10 years counting, not including the COVID years.
So every year for
10
the last
straight
10 years,
years,
in something they take
They've
home a natty.
something they've won a national championship in something.
So then that brings forth the question of
UT's the best athletic department.
they are,
period.
but not because of football.
And football went to the semifinals 2 years in a row. So it's not like football's not doing its part.
Right.
They just haven't won the natty in football yet,
Okay.
or even played for one. But my boy Arch Manning's back. My watch out for Arch.
This Arch's turn.
It's Arch's turn.
Damn,
Just
that's
saying.
impressive.
No one's better.
I didn't know
No
that
one.
they could swim too.
Oh yeah, Eddie Reese is like, I don't know. He's the Coach K of swimming.
Mhm.
They have a lot of Olympians every year. Swimming, I knew about swimming, but I did not know that it was 7 sports have won a natty in the last 5
No, I
years.
didn't know
That's
that.
Crazy. All right, shout out to the Longhorns. All right, what else today? I have not heard from Tagular.
You got 5 days.
So our guy won this right here yesterday. This on camera.
Yes.
All right. Tagular, we had a members only challenge in which we gave away this kick-ass Spurs skateboard. Doesn't have any wheels on it. That way you can go hang it up if you want, just for like wall decor. Tagular, as we do this show today, it's Tuesday. I'm going to give you to the close of business Friday to claim this prize, or we're going to have another horse race on Monday and get rid of it then. All right.
It'd be a shame if we had to do another horse race.
Somebody reach out. Well, I thought you saved all the names.
No, I was sarcastic. I would love to do another. horse
Okay,
race.
they're great, dude. You know what? I had lots of feedback on that horse race he did yesterday.
Really?
They loved it.
Good.
It was great. Nice work, Jose. I'm proud of you. You did a good job. Tagular, need to hear from you. Let me hear from you.
I
All
might,
right,
I might have to take that and use that as a drop now.
fine. What's that? Let me hear from you.
No.
I
Good
love you.
job,
Did a great
Jose.
job.
Oh, okay. Well,
You won't hear
yeah,
much, so yeah, you better save it.
Yeah,
Hey,
but-
I'm a good coach. I praise when worthy.
And I tear that
I-
ass up when I need
tear
to.
that ass up when needed. Yeah, absolutely. That's part of being a good. You want a good coach or a pussy coach that tells you everything you want to hear. You want a good coach. You want to get coached up.
Get
Work within
coached
the
up.
number. All right.
Absolutely.
You want to extend the life of your roof? Call me on that too.
There you go. Yeah, lift it
My
up a
mic's
little bit.
sniffing.
Yeah,
I
people,
need
I
to
know it's
switch
not
this.
your fault. It's
I
not your
have
fault.
more
It just
troubles with
see,
this
it's already
microphone.
sinking.
All right.
So people are like, "Oh, Mike sounds 20 feet
I
away."
have more troubles with this microphone than anything I've ever had in my career. Damn it, Jose. Here we go. Jose, get this shit in order.
Get this shit
See? It's
fixed.
a balance. All right. Let me hear from you if you want to extend the life of your roof. A lot of people, especially this time of year, storm season, you'll have roofing companies. Not all of them. There's some great roofing companies out there. We've done business with a handful of them.
Absolutely.
There's some fools out there. They're going to try to convince you that you need a full new roof because they can get a whole lot of money out of you. Save you money. Okay, you get a massive hailstorm and your roof's caving in and you got rain in your. Maybe there's times when you do need a roof, but there's a lot of times when you don't. All you need is nano. You just need to fix it with treatment. You can preserve the life of your roof 10 to 15 years with our guys, the official nano roof service company of In the Building is Lone Star Nano Services. Hit my guys up at Lone Star Nano Services. Look up their website or reach out to me. Email me. So I've agreed to kind of be like a conduit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to give my cell phone, but I'm going to give my email. My email is MikeTaylorShow@gmail.com. MikeTaylorShow@gmail.com. Or you can reach out to me on any social media platform too. If you're interested in a free inspection by my guys at Lone Star Nano, they'll come out and take a look at your roof.
And Dustin is right. You're about to be bombarded with roof stuff on your doors
Big
because
time.
of last night.
Mhm.
Last night we got some hail.
Yep.
And we're about to hit these crazy temperatures.
Yep.
So do the preventative work.
Right.
Call Nano now because we're about to get to 106. You saw yesterday it was 92. The next thing you know is hailing. Hit the Nano guys up and protect yourself this summer.
Correct. All right. Speaking of Mexicans,
What's up?
just decided to say that.
No, I was like, what?
We
I was like,
have
damn, we were speaking about Mexicans. I don't remember.
we
that.
have day one result. We were talking about Mexicans earlier getting diabetes
Oh yeah, calves.
and they're big calves and they're big panzas. We have results. This is part of the reason why a lot of us get diabetes of the opening day of the 2025 Best Mexican Restaurant in San Antonio Challenge. I have results here from day one.
Okay, day one. Who's moving on? Who's
Number
going
one
home?
overall seed, Blanco Cafe, has advanced over the 16 seed very easily.
Blanco probably might win this whole thing.
Blanco's solid. Well, they're the number one seed for a reason, and they kicked ass. Let me see the results here. What was the score? The score was, oh my God, 50-4 in the voting.
Damn.
Yeah, smoked them. In the 8 versus 9 matchup, El Jaro de Arturo cruises past Taco House into the second round. I've never been to El Jaro. I need to look it up. Henry's Puffy Tacos, the 4 versus 13, avoids a massive upset. By one vote, they beat the 13 seed Tommy's Restaurant to advance into the second round. Other matchups, the 12 seed beat the 5.
Of course.
Of course. In a tight matchup, Ray's Drive-In beat Taco Haven to advance. All right. So vote. My boy, Big Mike.
Shout out to Big Mike.
Look him up. I've been sharing his post. He put this bracket together. Today's matchups are Don Pedro's versus Rosario's, La Fonda on Main versus Eddie's Taco House, the Original Donut Shop versus Fidelo's. Had a lot of feedback on Fidelo's yesterday. People telling me you need to get there. It's great. I've never been. And you got Los Barrios versus El Bucanero. So vote in the 2025 In the Building Best Mexican Restaurant San Antonio Challenge on all social media platforms. We also have sponsorship opportunities left for the barbecue. Shout out to the Russian oligarch, Joe.
Who?
Joe, the Russian oligarch.
Okay.
I can't say his last name. It's got like 17 syllables.
Oh, got you.
And so I've just made him a Russian oligarch. Donated $500 to the barbecue last week, which we're putting toward the brisket. We only need $500 now for $1,000 worth of brisket. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because all of the barbecue teams, when you sign your team up, You get a free brisket to go with it. You can use that in the competition if you want or not, but you get a free brisket, and they ain't cheap. A $500 donation takes care of all of our briskets that we give our teams. If there's all kinds of ways to volunteer to help the barbecue, reach out to me via social media. All right. It is in the building, presented in part by San Antonio City Soccer. My boys and girls over there, they got a placement event coming up, or two, in May. All right. Do you have a kid, son or daughter, born between 2007 and 15, that wants to play youth soccer for the best soccer league in the city? The official soccer league of In the Building is San Antonio City Soccer. They got multiple fields all over the city, and they're having placement events in May, which means you come out, your kid shows off their stuff, and they put your kid in a league that fits that kid's ability. It's not a cut, make the team, don't make the team thing.
Don't get you where you need to be.
It's a placement event. Look up San Antonio City Soccer and get all the information on there, and all these things, but reach out to us. We have all this information. I can send you links, give you the right phone numbers and emails and all that kind of thing. Thank you to San Antonio City Soccer. All right, what else today? My day in Houston. You want to get into this a little bit?
I do, because I know I can appreciate people that step out of their element, regardless of the reason. Because it's easy for us to just be like, that ain't my thing. I'm not going to go.
I was looking forward to it.
I know you're looking forward to it, but you're not a guy that like cares about what sneakers are coming out.
Well, and I don't want to offend anybody because we have a lot of sneakerheads out there.
We have a bunch.
But there's never going to be a time where Uncle Mike pays $650 for a pair of sneakers.
Or Uncle Rudy.
I didn't think I'd ever spend $130. And that's what I paid for. I have a really nice pair of hiking shoes.
Well, oh my God.
But no, those
Gucci.
but the 130
$150.
But the 150 in hiking shoes is because they last 10 years.
Correct. And I don't hike a ton anymore like I
Right.
did in Hawaii.
Right.
And I never thought I'd spend that much on shoes. And ironically, they're the shoes that I wear the least.
Right.
Right. I'll spend over $100.
I do
on
love
shoes.
sneakers now. I'm not a sneaker head, but
am
I
not
love
spending
sneakers. I love them.
I'm not spending $200
Yeah, I
or
love
more. But these kids, so I was a
J's
fly off-
today.
what are
Can I see?
okay. What do those cost?
These are J's. I don't know what I paid for these. I don't remember. They're $100.
Okay, that's
think they're
that's
Jordan.
a
Yeah, they're
good
Jordans.
price for today.
Yeah, they're low. The Jordan lows that
Dude, that's
sneaker.
there ain't a shoe. There's not a shoe $100 at SneakerCon. So
No, hell no, not a sneaker con in Houston.
no, we took Nina's teenage son to SneakerCon at the George.
I
R.
was
Brown
jealous.
Convention Center.
I was
in
jealous. You sent me a video of seeing Paul Wall. I was jealous. I love me some Paul Wall.
So yeah, I put together a little video, or me and Jose did a little video synopsis.
Oh, dope.
Of my day in Houston. How long is it, Jose? About
45 seconds.
all right, cool.
Oh, that's perfect.
So let's run it, and we can talk. We can talk about it. Want to run what you got, then we'll go back and revisit some of it, Jose, on In the Building. Okay, I had to get that. This kid was drunk, clearly,
Yeah.
and he got challenged by his buddies. So I'm gonna start there and we'll work.
So you didn't
backwards.
walk up to anybody's table and film their shoes? You didn't want to be that guy?
No,
It's kind of weird, right?
It was kind of weird because they get a little. Well, we actually did film this one girl who she makes a lot of money simply to authenticate shoes. Let's get to that in a second.
Okay.
We'll go chronologically. I'll start from behind. That big kid there you saw doing
Those were
push-ups
real
shirtless.
pull-ups?
Hell no, he didn't get one.
Okay, I was
He
about to
tried
say.
hard. So the Navy, how smart is this? The Navy had a setup out there. They have their own sneaker. The Navy did.
They're out there recruiting.
Exactly.
Like, hey, some of you young motherfuckers ain't gonna be able to sell these shoes. Come on to the Navy.
Right. Well, this is for the customers getting there. All right. These are some of these young kids. A lot of them maybe not from the best neighborhood. They're trying to, hey, you get your life right.
Yeah.
The
And buy all the
Navy.
sneakers you want.
the Navy had a really cool setup out there, and they had the pull-up challenge, and that kid there decided to do it, which was hilarious. And of course, he goes shirtless to make it even more funny. And y'all, a lot of y'all will recognize the great Paul Wall, the Houston gangster rapper, who they rolled right through the middle of the thing. And he didn't stop for any interviews, but he was just walking around. I think he has a clothing brand that's pretty hot these days, Paul Wall. He's in his 50s now, semi-retired. He made a couple of tunes with that Mexican OT. You ever heard him?
Of course.
Yeah, Paul did some stuff with him.
See, that's Maxo Cream. That's a rapper. That black guy
Sneaker
right
Con
there.
has its own podcast. So Max O'Cream,
Yeah, he's from Houston.
is he a rapper?
Yeah.
See, I thought he was just some Sioux guy.
No, that's you got a rapper.
I got a rapper. Okay,
got a
so
rapper.
Max O'Cream.
Yeah.
And then we saw Paul. I knew
Yeah.
Paul.
I'm sure
'cause
you
Paul's
probably
my
see.
age.
Now that I'm being around you, around rappers, you probably saw about 7 other ones.
I
that
probably
you
saw more.
Oh shit! Yeah,
Let
you
me
probably saw a few
say,
more.
And so Nina's son wound up buying a pair of sneakers that were made. They're real rare shoes by Travis Scott, the Houston, another Houston
I
rapper,
love all the Travis Scott shoes.
former UTSA student.
How much?
$550.
That's a good deal.
I'll take your word for that.
That's a good
And
deal.
I claim ignorance on this.
That's a good deal.
That does not sound like a good deal to me.
I've seen some Travis Scotts go for a couple
Dude.
grand.
Good Lord. Good Lord.
They have the backwards Nike check on it. You remember what it looked like?
Probably, yeah. I was too stunned that he was spending that kind of money.
Where the hell he working at?
he
I need
work-
his job.
He works at the mall in a shoe store.
Okay.
Saves his money. I'm proud of him for he's got a couple of grand in his checking account. Nina told me. We're proud of him. I'm proud of him. He ain't got no bills, but he's
At
saving.
least he's saving.
Yeah, it's good. So he saved up. He's known for weeks when we're going to Sneaker Con, and he got in his head, I'm gonna get me something dope. And he came back with a pair of Travis Scott shoes. I just hope he don't get beaten up for him or
Yeah.
something like
He's
that.
he's doing a pop-up concert here.
T. Scott?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let me say something about the kids that were selling the shoes. The rappers are one thing, the Navy set up one thing. I have to tell you, man, I was around, I'm not around this culture very often.
Yeah,
It's a very hip hop culture.
sure.
It's a very urban city culture.
But
not
I
just black
would
kids.
say hip hop because it's all walks. Because hip hop is Asian, Hispanic,
Now,
white,
sure.
black. It's every
Well,
so it's hip hop culture.
And there were several influencers there
of course.
that were signing and
Probably
looking
got
at
paid to be
shoes.
there for sure.
And some of these kids, a couple of Asian kids, and dude, these kids went gaga over these influencers. Don't ask me who they were, but not just the influencers though. There's local guys in Houston, or I guess if you have the money to rent a booth, you can come from anywhere. But mostly a bunch of Houston vendors that were there selling their shoes. Most of them are under 30, and I can't. And we were there for 5 hours, man. And I even chatted up a couple of them, and the vendor that Nina's son bought from, he was probably 29-year-old kid. I have to tell you, I was so impressed by these kids. They are out there hustling.
No, yeah.
They are moving, and they're not rude about it at all. They're not like carnival barkers. They know their shit. They're aggressive, but they're friendly about it. Hey guys, come on over and take a look at our shoes. And if you don't, they're fine with it. But if you do, they are full of information. It is a passion.
No.
I was around a bunch of young cats kicking ass this Saturday, Rudy, and I was impressed. And it's like you hear about, young people are lazy and they're unmotivated.
Not all of them.
And they got their heads in their phones all day and they just sit around. These kids are busting
Yeah.
ass. I guarantee you there's future CEOs out there hawking those shoes.
Yeah. No,
doubt.
my
Super
buddy,
impressed.
I get my shoes from 2020
Yeah,
to about 2023. It was
Yeah.
all he did.
right.
That was all he did. Like
Super
was sell
impressed.
shoes. Like, cause you get 10 of them and you make $50 on each, you
Yeah.
know? So it's a hustle though. Like it's not easy.
No,
That's the thing
That's
about it.
what's
Like it
more
ain't,
impressive.
yeah, exactly. It's not easy. Like if it was easy, everybody be doing it.
yeah, absolutely. These kids are very impressive. Very impressive. All right, it is in the building. It's time for People I Want to Punch, presented by the Law Office of Orlando Kill. Rudy, anybody you need?
I already
to punch
kind of
today?
punched him. I'm punching Haslam for signing a guy,
Yeah,
owing him 92 million, and telling him to his face that we signed you, we swung and we missed, but guess what? I'm gonna keep you on my team because I don't want to pay the dead money So I kind of punched him early, but I know people come in and out. So if you didn't hear that segment, punching the Browns owner, Jimmy Haslam, for admitting we swung and we missed on Deshaun Watson. But even though we know we missed, he's still going to be on our team going forward. So punch Browns owner for being worse than Jerry Jones, which is tough to do.
All right, to prove that I will punch people that I support and like when they deserve it, because I'm equal. I want to punch my favorite head football coach in the NFL, Mike Tomlin. And this is hard for me.
This is a good punch.
You know how I feel about Mike. Why are we still fucking around with Aaron Rodgers? Why
He
are
said
my
they're willing to
Steelers doing
wait.
this? I know. What is the deal? Are
They
we,
had him throw with DK Metcalf.
I know. Do they have that little option in Pittsburgh now? Have y'all messed up your quarterback position so much that the great Mike Tomlin is going to put up with that? You talk about two guys and have nothing in common. That prima donna, self-centered, me first asshole.
I might
Aaron
retire.
Rodgers.
I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm
Why
not in
are
a
we
rush.
putting up with that? So punch Mike for not telling the Roonies.
Good punch.
And telling Omar Khan, the GM, we're moving on.
Good punch.
And even if they bring him in, it's for one season. What do we do? It's a rent a QB. That ain't no good. I don't love that at all. I'm punching Mike Tomlin.
Punch
Mike, I've got something for you.
Go
Here.
for
Our
it.
guy Steven is asking, how do I sign up for a team? Meaning, I
He-
assume barbecue team.
Well, he needs to reach out to me.
We talk about
Tell
it
him
every day.
sit tight. I'll answer that. I'll go onto the chat myself and I'll send him a link or something here in a minute, Jose. I'll put it
Thank
there.
you, Steven.
All right, so Orlando Kell, the official family lawyer in the building. Appreciate you, Orlando Kell. Oh, Kell, if you need a family lawyer, our guy is Orlando Kell. Hit him up if you need a family, whatever that means. Divorce, changing a decree, adoptions. He does adoptions too. I mean, God forbid some teenager want to emancipate himself from his parents. I mean, whatever family law means, Orlando does that. 210-775-4995. You can email him to directly orlandokilllaw@gmail.com. It's orlandokilllaw@gmail.com. All right, that's it. We're done. I'm excited. The NCAA sent us a thing last night.
We got our email. We're really in.
picking up credentials. Thursday.
Then I got one
At
this
the Dome.
morning. Well, I got one from the guy you insulted on Twitter. Then I got one from the one from the guy you insulted on Twitter. He said Thursday. The one from the
We're buddies
NCAA,
now, Rudy.
it says Wednesday.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Maybe they changed. Maybe they moved it up because of
Yeah.
demand.
Yeah,
We
probably.
got all 4 number 1 seeds. All right. Thank y'all very much for being a part of this one. I appreciate it very hard. Muchas gracias. Thank you. Whether you watch it on YouTube, listen to it on the Believe Podcast Network, on Spotify and Apple and iHeart, whether you watch it on the Anthem TV app, I appreciate that very much. Tomorrow's people I want to punch Wednesday. I'm going to come super hard on that. Thank y'all very much. Pull that as a drop, me coming hard.
Also got a show
Yeah.
that I just finished that I want to talk about tomorrow. This
Well,
is really good.
What you're watching
A
Wednesday.
man's
All right.
show.
People I want to punch. What you're watching Wednesday, and I got more on this sneaker con I want to get into tomorrow as well. All right, we'll see y'all mañana. Thank you, Jose Bouquet. Mañana, love you hard. Bye.
Anthem TV, a free streaming digital community. With a click of a mouse or a tap on your phone, you have instant access to free TV shows, movies on demand, music, pay-per-view events, and so much more. Download Anthem TV on your smartphone, smart TV, or any streaming device and enjoy instant access. Subscribe and download Anthem TV today.